You'll give me the signal when to come in? Yes, he will, because our mics are on.
Yep.
Let's be ready, boys.
Yeah, just think of it as your living room.
Oh, yeah, I mean, it's a little nervous, but
Nah.
Don't get nervous, Tommy. I love
we'll be
you.
all right.
I love you.
Just
Tommy.
picture me in underwear. Be alright.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into the Pattison Ave Phanatics show. I'm your host, Tom Kelly. We're here in the beautiful Wildfire Studios on Wildfire Radio. We're very excited to be here with everybody tonight. Shout out to my man Rick Connor, our producer. You can catch his show right before ours here on Wildfire Radio. I want to give a big shout out real quick to the fellas over at 4th and John, 4th and Go at Corner Pub, 215 Live. Those guys have made us feel real welcome and real at home here in the new studios. And just want to shout out to everybody. Thank you for tuning in tonight and listening to us live here on Wildfire Radio. Want to send it over to my man Willie Guns right now.
Yo, what's up, everybody? This is Willie Guns, and I'm going to send this right back over to Joey Marsh because we got a lot to get to.
Hello, Philadelphia. Welcome into the Pattison Ave Phanatics. And we are so excited to be in the new Wildfire studio and to be hosting this, and hopefully you guys will enjoy it. Like Willie Guns said, we have a lot to get to, so let's get down to business.
Absolutely. Real quick, my man Johnny B's in the building. He's our cameraman,
Hi, guys.
aficionado.
Big shout out to Johnny B, the only man with a better beard than me.
Oh my goodness. All right, so let's get into some Philadelphia Phillies talk. And Gabe Kapler. I see the score's 2-2 right now against Atlanta. What on earth happened yesterday? How do you pull Aaron? How do you pull Nola after 68 pitches with only one earned run? It kind of boggles my mind. I don't know, Will. What were you thinking when you saw it?
I was watching it, and then I saw the double hit, and I was just like, all right, fair enough. He finally gave up a nice hit. The way I was paying attention to the game, I was on Twitter, I was on Instagram a lot, so I was like, was that their first hit he gave up? Like, it wasn't, but I thought it was, and I was like, all right, he needs to settle down a little bit. He needs to realize that he is human right now because he was pitching a good game. And then, he got the next guy out. I'm like, okay, we're comfortable. You know, this happens. It's a hit in baseball. It's not the end of the world. Next thing you know, I see the guy walking out of that bullpen. The reason why I say the guy, because I really don't care who it was. It just made me mad that there was a guy coming out. So immediately I went to Twitter, and it was blowing up once that happened. So if I saw that, I know everybody else saw that.
It was Garcia, and like Kapler said, you know, after the starter, he's going to go to his dudes. Well, his dudes really screwed the pooch on that. 5 1/3 and 3 hits given up by Nola. He had a great outing, and the fact that, you know, Nola's your star pitcher. I mean, yes, you have Arrieta, but he's your ace. He's your future ace. We got Arrieta for like the big contract and to chew up and spit out some of the good pitching matchups that we're going to have in this division and even throughout the season. But the fact that you take Nola out that soon after 68 pitches and a 5 1/3 inning, I don't understand the logic in it. I really would have liked to have seen him go 7 and see how then you hand it off to the dudes.
Well, Arrieta's not even. He's still designated for assignment. He won't be up till next week. Yeah. Kingery didn't play. They pulled Hoskins early in the game.
Tommy, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
How many runs did he give up before he was pulled?
He only got one official
run. No, he gave up none.
It was one or
one.
Oh,
yeah, well, I'm saying after that, obviously, the run that scored.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, like, this guy did not show at all what the protocol is in baseball. So if you're just going to be a manager that does it by protocol, that was not protocol.
Does that send a bad message as a manager to your pitcher? That you get pulled at the first?
Yeah. I mean, he tried to build him up post-game press conference by saying he threw spectacular. He knows he threw spectacular, but I'm sorry. I heard a couple of people on the radio today saying that that's a normal trend for managers to pull their opening day starter kind of early in the game. But don't you want to set a tone for the rest of the season? Wouldn't you want to leave him out there maybe a little early? You got how many? 30 starts?
Listen, if this was in the middle of the season and he already has done it, that's fine. But the fact that it's the first game of the season and your team's winning and they're playing well, don't you think that probably hurt the lineup from seeing it?
Well, I mean, he was pitching lights out, and then all of a sudden you just go, okay, we're going to get the hook. So, I mean, I don't understand why you give him the hook that short. I mean, look, like I said, I'm only saying that he should get another inning and 2/3. That's what, at the most, another 40 pitches? Okay, you would have had him close to 100. He's a professional pitcher, a young enough pitcher where he doesn't have like Tommy John surgery and whatnot. So what would be the issue of like let's see where he takes you? I mean, you have Jake Arrieta. He's going to be a shutdown pitcher for you. But Aaron Nola is supposed to be the future shutdown pitcher for you.
That's really a no-brainer that you would have ace. That's what you consider it when he is starting game one
Absolutely.
of your season.
Yeah,
and you're sitting there saying after a 5 1/3, after he gives him a double and then even gets the next guy out, it's like, all right, goodbye, buddy.
Yeah, maybe if Arrieta was here earlier in spring training and then bring him in so late in spring training, he might have, if he got up to speed, he might have been your ace. But yeah, Nola's your ace. It's just the whole lineup. All the projected lineups were completely skewed when it came to yesterday's game. I mean, Odubel Herrera didn't even play. He was furious.
And understand, you were bringing on about some of the offensive players that they didn't play, you know, and the fact that they were able to put up 5 runs. This is a team that in the past has had trouble and struggled mightily putting up runs in offense, and they put up 5 runs. I was fairly confident they had that game well in hand with Nola on the mound. And when that happened, I just started to see the collapse.
I'm pretty sure it was everybody else too.
Well, obviously we know that it was a big mistake by taking him out, and then the rest of the bullpen just blew the damn game. But let's talk about Hoskins. He's out. He was out of the game after he made that switch.
He went 2 for 3 with 2 doubles.
So you take your hottest hitter out of the game that could come back after your 5-5 tie and not show up in that 9th, and then they come in and then it's over. Bottom of the 9th.
I like Kapler. I like his ability to pump up the room, but when you go out and perform like that as a manager, you completely deflate whatever you set in motion to begin with.
But listen, Joey and Tommy obviously knows this, and so does Johnny, and everybody else out there, the Phillies fans. It's only one game.
Oh, I know.
It's 162
I
games,
get it.
and
It's just not the debut you wanted to make.
No, but it's not
As
the
a
debut you
starter.
wanted to make, but at the same time, Doug Peterson made a lot of mistakes too at the beginning of being a head coach of the Philadelphia Eagles.
That's a wonderful segue into our next segment that we want to go. We want to talk a little bit of Phillies to start things out, but we do have a clip back there, I think, of Doug Peterson. If you got that there, Rick. That's Brett Brown.
Stone cold.
We'll get to that later.
No, that's fine.
The other one.
Yeah, the other.
That's
other
fine.
clip.
It's fine. We'll go to the Sixers next. It's okay, guys. This is what we
Alright.
do.
Shia.
That's fine. Yeah, we will roll right into Sixers talk here. No
No
worries.
problem.
Man. No worries.
Listen, we made more mistakes
Yeah,
than
yeah.
that just
Yes.
getting here.
Just
This
Yo,
is true.
yo.
So anyway, basically, you guys over me talking heard Brett Brown saying that Ben Simmons is stone cold lock for Rookie of the Year, which I happen to agree with, and especially now with Embiid out 2 to 4 weeks, cracked orbital bone, fractured orbital bone, and he's now he's in concussion protocol. You're going to need Ben Simmons, who your stone cold rookie of the year, you're going to need a lot more out of him, I think. Maybe not necessarily scoring, even more facilitating than he's doing already.
No, I think scoring definitely, Tyler.
I don't disagree.
I think he needs to drive to the basket more. I think he needs to get teams into foul trouble. Guess what? If you're going to keep him fouling Ben Simmons when he goes to the basket and he only shoots 50% from the free throw line, I think that team fouls is very important in basketball, because now when you got J.J. Redick that's driving around a screen and he gets fouled, next thing you know, he's at the free throw line, which he shoots a high percentage. So I feel like Simmons really needs to be that down low presence, the post up guy, the guy that's forcing teams into fouling him so he doesn't get a free bucket. You know what I'm saying?
Agreed.
I mean, you got Simmons, who's averaging right now 15.8 points a game. That's definitely going to uptick to probably 17 with Embiid's absence, if not higher.
Yeah, I would say
I mean,
20. Right?
the guy is, if not, I mean, Embiid was 22 points a game.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to figure between him and Dario Saric, who's going to probably take a lot of the mantle there with, Holmes and whatnot. I mean, Sarge proved the other night that he could not only take up the mantle but run with it, and the guy's intensity is just infectious. And having someone like Ben Simmons that can actually take over a game, like I've seen this guy go down the lane and lower shoulder a la LeBron James and like command presence in that lane. Like no one's going to stop him. And if he, regardless if he makes gets fouled, if he makes those layups, it doesn't matter. If the and one's not good, you still made two.
It's the spacing on the floor is going to be. I'm sorry, Will. Go ahead.
No, it's okay. His layups are okay.
Yeah.
I have no problems with his layups. His drive to the basket is great. The thing is the kid's afraid to get fouled, so he has to shoot a foul shot because he's not confident that he can make two free throws at the same time, like as James Harden does when he's shooting at close to 90% and Curry at 92%. Like for Simmons to go up into the elites, even after his rookie year, he needs to improve that tremendously. And I really think that he can do it, but I don't know if it's next year.
I mean, listen,
you know what I'm saying?
You have so many elite teams throughout the history of the NBA that became dominant teams within championship runs. LA had Shaq, who couldn't hit a free throw if his life depended on it. You have Dwight Howard, who never won an NBA championship but was on a lot of dominant teams. I could go on about so many different teams that won NBA championships and had one or two guys that were lousy at free throws.
Listen, Joe, just to cut you off, sorry about that.
No problem.
Buddy. But right now they're in the third quarter. It's early, and Simmons already is on pace for the triple-double, which everybody knows. He's got 11, 8, and 9. Okay, so he knows.
So let me ask you guys a question.
He knows. He's ready.
Yeah.
He knows.
Let me. Does this affect your 50-win mark that you're shooting for? That we talked about a couple of weeks ago.
I mean, right now you're
Not
playing
at all.
Atlanta, so I can't tell. I mean,
Not at all.
Do you think they're still on mark on pace for 50
Yeah,
wins?
for sure. The schedule deems it. I mean, the teams that they're playing, like, look, if
It is bottom
Atlanta,
feeders.
exactly, and you have two games within the stretch of what's left, Cleveland, and then they end with Milwaukee. Okay, they're going to be up for both games because they know that they're going to be possibly facing one or both of those teams in the playoffs.
Right, Joe, but they're right now. I mean, obviously they're up by 11 now on the Hawks, but they should be.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
it's hard to watch this game and say, oh, they're going to be good without Embiid. Well, I think they'd probably be good without Simmons in this game, too. You
Well,
know what I mean?
hopefully Simmons played online gaming with Big Cat again last night, because the last time that someone played the Hawks with Big Cat, he dropped like a career high as the Timberwolves with like 56. So
Yeah, Simmons needs to
Yeah.
lay off for letting him play PUBG all night before he goes into
Absolutely.
games.
Now with Embiid out, and we talked about guys stepping up, Dario's actually going to have a bigger role. We know Ben's going to have a bigger role. What about Markelle Fultz? Do you think this guy's going to have to take a bigger role now, coming into the playoffs, because Embiid went down?
He didn't look that good in that game. The second game he was out, and obviously that play I think hurt him because he knew that Embiid went down.
It might have been a psychological thing.
It definitely was psychological. He looked out of place after that. Even Brown took him out like that. Like he didn't play much after that at all. and the Sixers cruised to a victory. I feel like the problem with him right now is he's a point guard, and he's a first overall pick in the NBA draft, and he's backing up Ben Simmons.
Well, he's coming back off injury. The reason he was drafted was because he can play with or without the ball.
He can play, yeah.
That's so when he gets up to speed and in a starting role, I think he'll.
But he's not the guy you drafted.
Not right now.
No.
That's my issue. He's not the guy you drafted. He's a totally different player.
Right now, yeah, coming back from an injury.
We know what he's capable of. I mean, every single draft board said that we probably should take him at number 1. So it wasn't like you just went out there and took a risk on him.
Agreed. Yeah, just because of his fit with Ben Simmons, that he was the obvious number 1 pick for the Philadelphia 76ers. However, I don't think they needed to move up to get him. I think Tatum would have went. I think he'd have been sitting there.
That was definitely the talk. That was definitely the talk. Yeah. And I mean, I agree with you, Tom. Like in the sense that, did you go up and get somebody that you were hoping it was going to end up to be the answer to your prayers, as far as a slasher or a scorer that you would have got, that you saw in him when he was in college? I mean, it's like between the college faults, the faults in the beginning of the season, and the faults you're seeing now. Well, the real Markelle faults, please stand up.
You couldn't have anticipated that over the offseason he was going to quote unquote change his shot.
Listen, every Sixers fan out there, you know, even Philly sports fan, like the 4for4 guys, like we are, but maybe just basketball. Maybe you're outside of liking 4for4, and only the Sixers are your favorite basketball team because you're bandwagon or whatever it is. Bottom line is that Simmons right now playing the way he is only going to get better. Once he develops a 15-footer, I don't care about three-pointer. He don't need it. Because once he gets respect that you got to lay off him when he drives, that you're doing right now, and you play up on him and he can hit that jumper, it's over.
Yeah,
I think what makes Ben like the stone cold rookie of the year is the fact that he's the total package.
And he don't take off on the play.
Right. He's the total package. He's the guy that can score points. He's the guy that can get assists. He's the guy that can get, rebounds when you need to.
He's not the total package just yet. He has, mid-range jump shots. He can't shoot threes, but
he needs a free-form
yeah.
shot. He needs a free
So he's not.
shot.
But for a rookie,
he's a man-child out there.
Like if you look at the other guy that's in competition with him for rookie of the year, Donovan Mitchell. I mean, he doesn't have the same numbers in the other categories.
No, he's points, yeah, obviously, but not
right.
assists.
Yeah, but my question is to you guys is that, and this is a little off of our subject, but it's still within the NBA and still within the Sixers. Would have you drafted Ben Simmons seeing that this is what he would do?
No, this is exactly what they anticipated.
You're taking a 6'10" point guard saying the dude can't shoot, but he distributes and he gets rebounds, and he's a good defender. Like,
I mean, that's what you hope.
There's other players out there. I mean, right now the NBA is all about three-point shooting. The NBA is all about jump shots. The NBA is all about taking free throws, driving to the lane, getting teams in foul trouble.
Yeah, but we've also seen the NBA game change several times. Now it's the three-point shot, but what if Ben converts it into something else?
No, that's true. I mean, we'll look at 1 and 2 from that draft. It was Ben Simmons. It was Lonzo Ball. Who would you rather have on your team right now?
Ben Simmons, without a doubt.
I thought I saw Lonzo Ball bagging groceries at Shopping Bag the other day.
Yeah, but
I haven't heard his name at all.
We all know that eventually Ball is going to be a better player than he is right now. He shows it. He does. It's out there.
Apparently, he took some time off to work on his shots.
So. Yeah, I heard that was his rap album that he took on.
I mean, he worked on his shot. I didn't know if it was a shot at Jack Daniels.
His problem is he can't shake that. He's letting that. Listen, if that was my dad, I'd be like, Dad, shut up, please. It's over. I'm in the NBA now. Thank you for all your help, but now I got to make my own decisions. I'm a grown-ass man. Okay? So once he gets rid of his dad, he's going to be a great NBA player.
Well, when I look at Lonzo Ball, I think Willie Guns. That's the first thing I think of.
Oh, wow.
I'm just
I appreciate that. I think when I look at Tommy Keller, I think of Hollis Thomas.
Oh, very nice.
3 W's. Well, that'll be the new brand.
I love you, Hollis Thomas.
Triple dub.
Oh, my goodness.
Don't talk about Tank like that.
But, yeah, so, and in something like this with Simmons going down next year, maybe that's where LeBron would, prove useful.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I mean,
I didn't think we were going to get out of here without talking about
yeah.
it.
Well, I think that right now LeBron's feeling a lot like us. Like, oh wow, like Tommy said, Embiid's down. What are these guys going to do? If these guys show up and they close out this season without Embiid, now, like you said, they're facing bottom of the barrel teams that aren't that good, and then they get in with 50 wins. Could you,
So,
could you imagine
Johnny
that?
just updated me. They're up, what, 20, John?
It's 16 right now.
16.
And,
So
you
I
know-
mean, so like now that they're facing the bottom of the basement teams, when they get
Basement
into
is
the
the bottom.
right. So thank you
I
for the
love you, Joe.
clarification. But when we get into the playoffs, who do you guys see them, or who do you guys want to see them facing?
I really don't care. I don't.
I'm
care
petrified
at
of the Bucks.
Right,
I am
right.
petrified.
Yeah, but see, that's your problem. If you're petrified
Yeah.
of a team, then you don't belong
Yeah, well, you're-
in the
Look,
playoffs.
Sarge said the other night that he didn't want to see LeBron.
So what are you
I love
telling me about
Sarge,
Sarge?
but
No,
I
that,
can't-
sho-
you
that
can't say
shows
that.
me one thing and one
Respect.
thing only. Sarge is scared because Embiid went down. That's all it is.
And the funny thing is, the team that I'm not scared of is the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Nah, and
Oh, you
sitting-
should be afraid of Cleveland Cavaliers.
Their
LeBron
defense is
James in the
atrocious.
playoffs. Who cares, dude? He's going to play defense.
He's going to have to
in the
drop 70 every
he's gonna
night.
have to drop 7.
No, he's going to have to drop 35, 12, and 10, and he'll beat the Sixers.
Who is he passing to that's going to drop another 20? Name one other player on that team who's going to drop 20.
MD.
I don't need to. Do I need to, really?
Yes, that's
I
the whole
really
point.
need to.
Because if you really think that
Nance,
that's a complete
Hood,
team,
and Love. Nance, Hood, and Love. Those guys show up, they win.
Nance, Hood, and Love. Okay, Love
Listen.
can't catch a cold. So call me when he gets his game back.
All right, so
He's
so,
with Stella at the
listen,
corner store.
So fair enough. You're saying
This is
that,
where I
okay?
sit back.
You're
What's
saying
up
that.
here?
So you're sitting there and telling me right now that the Sixers can beat the Cleveland Cavaliers in the playoffs.
I'm saying LeBron James already got his Amtrak ticket and he's on his way out of Cleveland.
Oh, so you're saying he throws those games?
No, I'm
That's
saying he's
them?
done. He's fed up with them. He's done with
Yeah,
Cleveland.
but he still wants to win the NBA Finals.
That's why he's going to go to another team. That's
Yeah,
why he's going to
look.
go to another team.
I would take our chances against Cleveland just as I would against Milwaukee. Miami's on the outskirts looking in. The Pacers are right there.
I think Miami clinched last night.
Did they? Okay, there you go. So, right now, where the Sixers are sitting, who are we looking to face? The Wizards,
Currently,
the Pacers?
Pacers.
The Pacers. Okay.
Unless we move up to that 3, but Pacers, us, and Cleveland are fighting for that 3.
Yeah, but you're basing your thing off of like, oh man, I hope I face this team. I never was that guy. I never was.
Okay, but you're telling me...
I face what's in front of me, okay? That's what I do. Because in the NBA Finals, if I am happy to just be here in the playoffs and I get to happen to face the team that can let me get there, then I worry about facing a team in the NBA Finals like Golden State
triple-double.
or Houston where I won't even
triple-double.
stand a chance. Well, then there
Oh,
you go.
well, wait. Well, let's not even jump to the West.
So you're just happy to be in the playoffs
No.
and possibly win a
Listen.
series.
Well, before
Listen.
Embiid went down, I was looking to get to the conference finals and possibly
And
do
that-
some damage there.
And that still
No,
could be a
before
possibility.
Embiid went down, which I still think he's gonna play Game 1 in the playoffs. I really do. You can put that down. You could say, "quote Embiid will play Game 1 in the NBA playoffs."
He's gonna have
for the
that-
76ers.
He's going to have that face
Guns
guard.
Says Embiid
Go
will
ahead.
play game.
It's fine. I'm never wrong.
Yeah, according to you. But
That's all that matters, bro.
exactly.
Here they go.
Case closed. Embiid is going to probably come back with that ridiculous Rip Hamilton face guard.
Yeah, and Rip Hamilton killed it. So
I'm not saying he didn't, but here's getting back to my point.
you're not gonna show off
But-
with a
but
face mask on. You're
You're,
just gonna play
gonna
basketball.
sit here and tell me you're not a bit afraid of the Greek Freak. You're not going to sit. You're going to sit here and honestly tell me you're not afraid of their
What, he
depth.
slashed us for 31 the last time we played him? I mean, he's pretty impressive.
And the
35,
guy,
I think.
the guy is a beast. He's an absolute beast, and he's got depth on his team.
So we're talking about who we're afraid of. Basically,
Well, you just made it clear. You just made it
We
clear.
shouldn't even go to the playoffs. We should just. The other teams are so good. I'm afraid of the Greek Freak. I'm afraid of King James. Oh my God! I don't want to face the hot Pacers. I don't want to face Toronto. Let's just not even go to the playoffs.
The Sixers,
let's
the
just
Sixers
forfeit
blew that
right now.
Milwaukee game on their own. By the way, they were up a good bit, and they just blow it in the third.
Well,
Mhm.
turnovers have been their Achilles heel this whole season. So
Absolutely.
you know,
26 to be exact.
once they stop
That's sad.
and
That
control
game, yeah, it was 26.
that perspective, that if as long as they can stop turning the ball over, they can win more games. And 50 games is going to seem like nothing to us now. It's kind of if you don't shoot yourself in the foot, you will win more games.
Okay, so you're one of those guys, regardless of what league you're in, you worry about what team you're going to be playing in the playoffs. You hope things work out for you, that you play the weakest opponent to get through to the strongest opponent.
No, I'm willing to play the best team out there, but this team is new to the playoffs. It's new to some of the players in there. So yeah, I'm a little afraid of what they might bring. But I also think that right now, and I said this to Tom earlier, that this is kind of a la Carson Wentz. We had a superstar fall late in the season. We have a guy like Sarge who could be the
Could
Nick Foles of the
Could Rashawn
Sixers.
Holmes be the Nick Foles of the Philadelphia
Who knows?
76ers?
Maybe there's a
Dude,
combination.
you don't. Everybody, relax. You're in the playoffs, and
it's
Embiid will be back. Oh my
Yeah.
God! Stop worrying about closing out the season without Embiid. It's fine.
Look, I'm looking where we're sitting right now. 44 wins, man. It's almost house money to me already.
And didn't we say that with the Eagles too?
Yeah. So let's just go on a ride. See what it's all about. Let's look. We might we'll announce now the phone number. We'll see if we can take some calls. And I've been getting text messages from some folks. It's 856-457-8660. So we'll see. We'll only take a few calls, not too many tonight. We're trying to get our legs under us here, but we'll do it in like 10 minutes. We'll.
Which I know the phones are going to be ringing off the hook.
That's why I like to do
Please,
this.
please, God.
Pattison Ave Phanatics, and not just we know sports, we love sports, especially Philly sports.
Absolutely. Hey Rick, do you have that Doug Peterson drop back here? We're going to Little Eagles now. So there's your head coach Doug Peterson. For anybody out there who's thinking otherwise,
And I'm kind of in my glory because you two a couple weeks ago were bragging and bragging and bragging. We're going to trade Nick Foles before the beginning of the
it
season.
was all speculatory, and we said it that way.
And what did you say?
I said we won't trade him until week 6 because Carson will be back.
All right, so we
We'll
just paid,
still have
we paid him
his-
$3 million just to sit here.
We paid him $3 million as a means to give him to. He gave us a Super Bowl.
That's a thank you, dude.
That's like a thank you gift.
Wow.
That's not like a fruit basket. That's like a thank
That's
you
a
check.
thank you for leading us through the
Jeffrey
playoffs.
Lurie would have gave
You know
him
what that
$12
shows?
million if
That-
he needed to.
That shows that not teams weren't even reaching out, Bills.
No, dude, there was teams reaching out. It's just Howie Roseman has the price for
But
him
Tom,
very high.
Tom, that usually makes it. That rumor usually makes it out there. They didn't let anything get out there. They just said that we're going into this season with Nick Foles as our backup quarterback.
I mean, this is basically if you have a lottery ticket that you paid $4 for that lost, that some stranger walks up to you on the street and says, "I'll pay you $7 million for that lost lottery for that ticket that lost." You would take the $7 million, correct?
$7 million for what? For to win the Super Bowl?
No, for the ticket that lost the lottery.
I'm not talking about just his salary. I'm talking about that
No,
bonus.
no.
They should have got rid of him before that. They wouldn't have had to pay the bonus.
But I'm
Only
saying,
if a team offered him a first round or a second round or something.
right?
Anything.
But they were looking for the right deal. There's a difference. When someone comes at you and says, "I'm going to give you a first and a fifth or a second and a sixth for Nick Foles," do you think Howie's even like saying, "Yeah, that's no brainer"?
Yeah, but
the guy
Jeff-
just won me a Super Bowl.
Yeah,
Like,
but Joey, this is the NFL, man, and rumors make it out. Obviously, the Eagles are the best at not letting rumors make it out there, are they?
Well,
I mean, they're the best.
The
They're-
only perspective that you're correct on in that way is the OBJ rumor came out, and the price tag for the Giants for him went up. That's the only perspective.
Well, that's
you're
how the
correct.
whole offseason works.
I know.
Rumors get spread
You
to
throw it out
drive the
there.
price up through the roof. Absolutely.
And half of the time, it's agents throwing it out there so that way their player can get in better situations.
You guys want to take a call? I think we got somebody on the line.
Let's
You
go.
got
All
somebody
right.
ready? Caller, you're on with the Pattison Ave Phanatics show.
Caller.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, my name's John from Denver, Colorado.
All right, maybe we don't have anybody queued up. No worries.
Just throw her in there, bro.
We'll-
Whenever she gets in,
we'll keep it rolling here.
tell her we're rising like
It's
warm
okay.
bread.
Just tell them to text or email us.
We're still getting things under our belt here in Wildfire Studios, so no big deal here.
No, that's a
We
good
put-
idea, Tommy. Step back a little bit. This is our first show here.
Yeah,
We
absolutely.
play it fast
Okay,
and loose here.
And I feel so
I heard that about you,
comfortable.
Joe.
I feel comfortable. I feel like the Rock on a mic.
So
Put a mic
the
in
rumors
front
got
of me, I
around.
get
Good to
better.
know.
Oh boy, there he goes now.
You know
Put a
it.
microphone in front of his face. But Johnny sent me a picture the other day of driving by the stadiums. They got the Super Bowl, the banner outside the stadiums. For anybody listening out there who might have said that we were gift wrapped a Super Bowl this year, I'll take that gift wrap.
Every time.
Thank you very much.
You want to do another one? We'll be we'll be fine with that.
I'll take it again.
Please prove to me that we were gift wrapped the Super Bowl when we went in with Nick Foles.
Although
Come on now.
I also heard the fact that we were like the Patriots passed the torch to the Eagles. So I know that's true.
No, the Eagles took
got
that
somebody.
torch.
We got. Hold on. I think we
Okay,
might.
there we go.
Caller, we good to go, Rick? Caller, you're on the Pattison Ave Phanatics show. Yeah. Caller, identify yourself. My man Dickie from Delco. What's going on, buddy?
Not even his co-host knew, Brett. I mean, Dickie. What's your name, Dickie?
Absolutely. I'm picking up what you're throwing there, bro.
I want to know what you did. What did you do when you saw that happen? I'm asking you. All right.
Okay.
So when you saw that on Twitter, what did you do?
I mean, what did
Did you throw your hat? Did you take your hat off, throw it on the ground? Because I know that's what I did.
That's fantastic.
I mean, here's the thing. I mean, you have your ace.
Yeah, right. Absolutely, get a little coconut oil going.
Yeah, they sent him back. They exiled him. It's okay.
Yeah.
Joey Mark said he's going to start using coconut oil.
We definitely appreciate
I did
you
it.
calling
It didn't
in,
make
though,
any
bro. We do.
improvements.
Yeah, we've seen
My
that.
man.
We just got that update. That's incredible, dude. This guy's so what's that? 11 for the year. I mean, nobody's catching Oscar Robinson at 26, but
But the fact that he's in the same conversation as him.
So Tommy, write this down. We want to know his prediction for the Phillies this year.
all right, yeah, Google me.
So
What's your prediction this year, bro?
Yeah, Dickie from Delco.
late wild card.
What's your wins? What's your win total? There you go. That's an interesting wild card
nice.
number. Dickie from Delco says 78 wins. I don't know. I don't know if I'll have enough
You
time.
enjoy your night, man.
All right,
Thanks for
all right,
calling.
Dickie. Thanks for calling in. Anyway, the first official call into the Pattison Ave
official.
Phanatics show. I can't say that he's a relative of mine, and I can't say that he's
You know
not.
what's crazy though? It was
just-
Phillies.
he just didn't
But
happen
the
to know.
no, but the number one thing he wanted to talk was Phillies. It's one game.
I know,
It's
but-
all it is one game.
You're terrified of the Phillies more so than a house without mirrors. I've never seen anybody
so
scared.
you bring behind the scenes over. I watched that game, Tom.
I know you did.
I wanted to talk so much about it, saying, "Oh my God, that was amazing! We're up 5," and then done.
All right. Well, real quick, let's
Done.
roll back into the Eagles. What do you guys think so far of the all season? I didn't want to jump off the top.
That's fine. He did. It's cool.
What do you guys think so far about the all season? How would you grade out what they've done so far?
I mean, I've said A+ no matter what. The fact that you beefed up the defensive line, the fact that you got a corner, and that's mainly your weakest spot. You know what I mean? Worley's he's not bad. I've seen his stats. He's not that bad.
And you got rid of Torrey Smith. He was getting caught anyway. I mean, let's be honest.
Listen, I was never a fan of Torrey Smith, and I see a lot of people on Twitter and Instagram that blow this dude up. It's like, "Oh, we love you, Torrey. Thank you for the Super Bowl." What? Really? What did you do for that Super Bowl, Torrey? You didn't do. Nick Foles could have been throwing the ball into a trash can running down the field. That's how accurate he was.
Wow.
Was it trash can a Jason Kelsey kick?
Jeez.
But re-signing Nigel Bradham, I think, was huge. I think that's one of the biggest moves they made in the offseason was re-signing him.
If you did it, then you were drafting.
Yeah.
And
Well, I still think they're going to draft a linebacker. If they stay at 32, I personally,
they're going to draft that
believe.
Griffin kid. That's what they're going to do.
Although the mock drafts have
They're gonna
shown
draft
that they're going to be drafting a tight end from
I saw that
South
too.
Dakota State.
Really?
I saw that.
The same guy that Carson Wentz, I believe it's the same guy. But
You don't think that guy's agent or maybe?
I'm for sure. But I want to get onto my grade. So I think I gave him a B or B+. I have to move it up to an A. And for one reason, because a lot of the bigger contracts, like Lane Johnson, and I believe there was another gentleman, another person on the team that had a big contract that got reconstructed. You saved the team like about $17 million.
Yeah, you want to know why? Because contracts in NFL are usually backload. A lot of them are backload. So each year the salary cap goes up. When you restructure, those guys can get paid a little bit bonus wise this year, and then the following years it lowers bonus but higher salary.
So go ahead.
Yeah, I was just going to give my grade here.
A-.
Right now, I'm in between a B+ and A-. I'm going to lean more towards B+ though.
But why?
Just because room for improvement. I'm giving him the opportunity to do more. If all season was over, yeah, you get an A. But I'm giving him wiggle room.
What else does he need to improve in your eyes? Other than the linebacker in the draft, because we've already covered that and talked about that.
You need another running back, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, you definitely you need to
but
either draft.
You don't know what he has lined up, Tom. He has.
No, I don't. That's why I'm saying I'm giving him.
He pulled Ajayi out like in the middle of the season.
That's actually a good question, and we didn't even talk about this, but now we are because you just really spitfired something really well. Do you draft a young running back later in the draft, or do you sign a veteran, or do you sign a young running back that didn't get a chance anywhere else?
Yeah, here's the thing: is he made the Ajayi trade like late in the season, and that came out of like left field, but it was ingenious. You saw what Ajayi did in the home stretch of the season and even into the playoffs. He made the difference. He was one of the big difference makers in it. So, it's good to have that options of drafting a running back or picking up one throughout the season.
I'm not worried, man. I want to see Ajayi get more carries anyway. I'm sick and tired. I need 3 running backs. So, I think Ajayi can carry a boatload of those carries. I believe that you can develop him into being a slate receiver, not much, because you got Clement. So, to be honest with you, I'm not really worried about a running back. I'm worried about the secondary. I'm not worried about linebackers, defensive line. I'm worried about secondary.
Yeah, after running back, secondary.
If they're giving up 513 yards to Tom Brady in the Super Bowl, did you see that cut on his hand, dude? Wow.
Yeah, secondary. You still got some
and he had
needs
time.
You need to address.
Here's the thing: Howie's smart. Tom Brady had a lot of time in that Super Bowl for that football, and New England did not have the best offensive line. So Howie Roseman saw some holes, knew that he needed a better pass rusher. Your leading sack leader was only Brandon Graham with 9.5 sacks.
Yeah, I believe
so. You brought in Bennett. You already had Chris Long that had 4 forced fumbles and 5.5 sacks.
Yeah, and you drafted Derek Barnett last
Exactly.
year with your first overall
and
pick.
he's going to get more snaps this year. So I feel like Howie knew that you needed to get to Brady in the Super Bowl, and if you're going to face Brady again in the Super Bowl, you need to get.
Well, you lose Bo Allen, but you bring in Haloti Nada, so you're moving moving parts
talk
around.
about that.
And Michael Bennett, as long as everything with the situation is in the rear view, and he didn't, he's found innocent, so to speak.
I mean,
he pleaded not guilty.
I say you draft a linebacker. You said running back. You're saying tight end.
No, it's far.
No.
Me,
I'm saying linebacker.
I'm linebacker too.
Yeah.
Okay, so me and TK are linebacker. You're linebacker too, Joe.
Yeah,
we all agree linebacker.
Well, that doesn't happen very often.
No.
But Sproles.
In the aspect of things, it doesn't.
Yeah. So, what do you guys think about Sproles? Because his return could be imminent for the Eagles. Is that going to fill the void for that running back spot?
No. He's situational back.
Special teams.
He can return kicks, and he's situational at best. You need to bring somebody in there because Ajay has that degenerative arthritis in his legs. So I don't know how long you're going to have that guy, but Corey Clement, he's going to be my workload, my workhorse. I like him. He's Brian Westbrook 2.0. Being able to catch balls out of the backfield. I really like what he showed me last year. He's that catch in the Super Bowl. Didn't he?
It's tough though, Tom, because in the Super Bowl, Blunt stepped up big time, and the way he ran that ball at the middle, it was unreal. He was trucking guys. So if I do bring a running back in, like you were saying, it's going to be a power back.
Yeah, that's fine.
It has to be.
Didn't you bring up last show Adrian Peterson for 1 year?
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind taking a look at that.
I mean, he's power, he's finesse, he's a little bit of everything. But later on in his career, that's what we talked about. We talk about running backs that are able to change their pace of the game. And I feel like making AP into a LeGarrette Blount power back type of running back.
Yeah, but how much is it going to cost you to bring in Adrian Peterson?
In AP's
He's going to be looking for money. Johnny's just giving me the money.
Probably about $4 million. I'd say you get him $4 million.
You
wants him now.
You got Adamika Sue, who no one knows what he's really going to give, got $14 million. And yeah, it's apples and oranges.
Sue. Well, yeah, man, how old's Sue compared to Peterson?
Right, but Sue's had injuries, he's had issues.
Listen, the strength that Sue has is unreal. He throws guys, he gets double teamed. He's worth the $14 million.
So I don't know if he's worth that. I mean, you were hoping upon hope that he would join the team as well. At $14 million. Not for $14 million.
What do you guys think of Mike Wallace, a receiver they brought in from Baltimore? I mean, he's a little bit more of a burner than Smith. You guys think he's a little bit faster?
I think he's an upgrade.
He ran a 4.28 in the combine when he first came in the league. Obviously, he's not that anymore.
Nah.
But was he 4.4 now? That's still fast.
I'll take it.
What
was Torrey Smith last year?
I have no idea, but I don't think it was a 4.4.
Nah.
No, it was just funny how he said that the way he said it. He's like, what was Torrey Smith
Yeah,
last
because
year?
I know he wasn't
I don't think Torrey
like that.
Smith will allow himself to get recorded to do a 40-yard dash, and to be honest with you, he should.
I'm not even worried about his burner speed. I'm worried about because Torrey dropped a lot of balls last year. So if the guy's got better hands than Torrey,
and he dropped
upgrade.
one against the Vikings.
Yeah.
And he dropped one against Patriots. So, he drops balls,
Look,
like you just said.
We know you don't like Torrey Smith. That's all right. But all right, so my grade...
We'd love to have you on the show, Torrey Smith.
My grade was a B+. Yours was
A-.
An A-. Guns.
A+. And if he makes any more moves, that's unreal. It just shows that Howie Roseman is the new age of general managers in sports, not just football.
Nice. All right. Well, we're
love to have you on the show, Howie.
Anybody wants to be on the show, we'll take you. So let's go into your Philadelphia Flyers. And Joey made a statement in the last show we did that the Flyers might not even make the playoffs,
and I stand by it.
And stand by it.
Real? What? You stand by that? After they beat Colorado?
Do you know how many shots?
Look good?
Do you know how many shots they got on the net in the last 2 minutes of the game? You talked about before, is it the defense or is it the goaltending?
Well, I'll tell you what. Neuwirth came in for like 45 seconds, and then all of a sudden he's got a lower body injury again. He's got to go. I know it was long.
Did you see the way he reached out for that save, though? That save was nice.
Look.
That was a nice save.
Look, I believe my parents are listening right now, and they've been Flyers fans for a very long time. There's a lot of Flyers fans that are out there listening right now. Since Ron Hextall, you name me a Flyers goalie that's been worth his weight in salt. It's just not. It's not a thing.
See,
when you hear Philadelphia Flyers, you don't think goalies.
The goalie
Tom,
may have
you haven't had both together. You haven't had the great defense with a great
Agreed.
goalie. You haven't had the great defense with a good goalie. You've had bad defense with a good goalie, which is Brizgalov. So it happens. Garth Snow wasn't doing too bad until he had to face back-to-back power plays. And then that's what ended his career, was the fact that the Flyers threw him under the bus.
Well,
I mean, I think
It's the organization, I think, as a whole, man. They don't build around a goalie.
It's your philosophy. It was like when Andy Reid was here, and you know he would draft small linemen. It drove me nuts.
I know. Why would you?
But like I said, the inconsistency at goaltending again is hindering your progress. Who's in the farm system that's worth anything? I mean, does anybody even sitting here know?
no.
No.
You know, and we were talking last show about making moves to get yourself a goalie.
Maybe we should get that 36-year-old accountant from Chicago.
There you go.
He has a win, so he only let up 2 goals. So
Maybe you should go into Pittsburgh's farm system and take one of their goalies, because
Somebody's farm.
they always
system.
bring.
Go to
They
a
always,
farm.
they always bring somebody up.
I mean, here's the thing. Like, you were saying that there's not been a goalie that has made their weight here. Like, has not earned it
I know
here.
where you're going with this.
But they have coming here, and I think that's part of the reason why how the organization was able to validate it to the fans. You brought Beezer in, you were able to validate it.
Yeah, but on the back end of his career.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
he wasn't the goalie that he was in Florida.
No, he wasn't, but the defense kind of didn't help him out at all, though. That's what I was talking to you guys about. You got to put both forward. Unless you're Dominic Hasek, Patrick Waugh, Martin Brodeur, you're going to need, or Felix Potvin, Eddie Belfour, all those guys, you're going to need that.
So is it worth trading any of the offense that you have for a good goaltender like a Quick or, you know, one of the top tier goalies in the league right now? Is it worth putting it out there?
No, because I feel like, Joey, they could still win with Neuwirth in there and Mrazek. It's just that the team itself has to believe in the goalie. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe they need to change the philosophy of captain.
Well, that has definitely been an issue. Well, I mean, if they did, and believe me when I say this, is when I saw the Colorado game and I saw Simmons laying out body after body after body, and I see Giroux missing passes and dump passes and drop passes into, like, dead man's land. I don't know what he was doing, honestly. He had a good one-timer, but it was set up for him. And it doesn't take much. I mean,
And the Sixers are destroying Atlanta. Sorry, Joey.
no problem. It's good to know that the Sixers are, because right now,
Simmons got
with-
13, 11, and 12.
with how I'm predicting the Flyers to do what they're going to do, the Sixers are the thing I'm going to be rooting for the next couple weeks.
Let me say you're just not going to root for Flyers.
No, I'm saying if they, the fact that I don't think they're going to make the playoffs, who am I rooting for? The off season for the Flyers? 'Cause,
No, I understand where you're coming from.
I mean,
I understand where you're coming from. I don't know. Maybe, like I was just saying, maybe you do need a little bit of a
It's
change.
hard to
Maybe you
find
need a little
a
bit more grit.
Tommy,
on the team.
it's hard to find a goalie, man. It is. And a goalie needs chemistry around a defense in front of him. He needs the backing from the captains and the assistant captains on the team. You can't just throw a new goalie in there.
I'm not asking to do that.
No,
I'm just
saying
asking how can we
next
address
year,
this
but
problem.
next year, Tommy, you have Mrazek at the beginning. Hopefully, if you feel like he's worth keeping,
you know,
you have him at the beginning of the year. You have him all through the all season and all that.
Well, you brought up the fact of who do you blame, the goalie or the defense? Well, watching the Dallas and Colorado game after you made that statement, I watched. I mean, you have 25, 30 shots on goal. A goalie worth their salt should be able to stop 80 to 90% of those shots.
The Flyers'
defense-
saving percentage combined is like 90%. That's
Well,
bad. That's bad.
Hang on.
1 out of every 10 shots is going in. That's not good.
You have a defensive crew that are doing fancy drop passes that are trying to make too much happen either at the point or trying to clear the puck. From blue line to blue line, it's just not making any sense.
Mama Kelly just texted me Bernie Perrant.
Wow.
Well,
She went even before Ron, actually.
Yeah.
well, I think she's even saying bring Bernie out of retirement.
Anyway, I mean,
Joey
think.
Lindbergh, too.
I was going to say Perrant, Lindbergh, and Hextall.
Why don't we just have those guys come out of retirement?
Bobrovsky.
Yeah,
Hey,
that
it's
was
Columbus now. It's gone.
Yeah.
It's you let that one go.
wave bye
Goodbye.
because
Goodbye, Stanley Cup.
That's maybe that's your one love, your one true love on this earth.
You could have beat a red-hot Blackhawks team with a great goaltender. Because even we were scoring, our lineup was scoring on the Blackhawks' hot goaltender.
That weak goal haunts my dreams.
Ooh.
That weak goal going.
You know it, man.
I mean, I can still see the puck just like fluttering into the net, and I'm like, did that just happen?
So Joe, you're still stuck on the Flyers. I mean, their chances of making the playoffs. You're
no,
not.
I'm definitely still sticking with it. And listen,
You want to make a bet on it, dude, with me right now?
Oh, this is awesome.
oh, here we go.
What do you want? What do you want? A case of beer?
Yeah, let's do a case of beer.
Maybe like a naked jog down your street.
And let's not make it like a $40 case of beer that you like uptick the bet.
Stella.
Stella?
Hey,
No.
Stella, we love for you to sponsor.
Oh,
Oh my
Jesus.
God. Oh, you gotta give the guy credit.
So-
I'll give
yeah.
shout outs where they're
How about
due.
this?
And Stella is a really good beer.
I will. Let's make the bet a case of Miller Lite.
I thought you were saying $1 million.
Do
No.
push-ups in your underwear over by Broad and Oregon.
Dude, I won't make it past 2.
Wow.
2.
2. That's exactly right, 2.
2 more than I'm giving you right now.
Yeah, well,
All right. So
So-
what's the bet here, real
so-
quick? Flyers. Will says make the playoffs. Joe says not make the playoffs. What's the bet?
so the bet is a case of beer.
30
Case of-
pack? It's a 30 pack, or you want to do 24
No,
bottles?
no. I'm not gonna jip. This is not a weak
30
bet.
pack.
30 pack of Miller Lite for the person who's right in that situation. And,
Okay.
and it doesn't matter. If they squeak in, they squeak in. And currently they're not even in the wild
Well, a
card.
little more than that. I want a video of you on Instagram saying Will was right, that the Flyers didn't make the playoffs, and I was wrong.
Okay, so then
And
So
then,
then-
and then you got a shotgun of beer.
no. That's, how long have you known me to not do
Well,
anything
the
like
reason
that?
why you're denying it is because you're never gonna lose.
No, I'm denying it because I won't be able to accept it once I won't be able to complete the bet.
I'll down a beer for nothing.
Obviously. But
Anyway, moving on from this nonsense.
so my point is that's the bet, and right now they're not even in the wild card spot. They're in the regular spot. They're above the wild card. So right now I don't look in
and
really good
Florida,
position.
And Florida lost.
Right.
And you beat one of the teams that you thought would be a loss, which is the Avalanche.
But Jersey,
So-
who you said wouldn't make the playoffs, is now currently in the wild card spot. So
No, I think your Flyers are still in the wild card spot.
no, they moved unless there was games played
There
tonight.
was games played last night. Yeah.
Oh.
Phillies above Jersey in the wild card spot. Your top 3 in the Metropolitan are Washington, Pittsburgh, and Columbus.
Okay, so
Columbus made a
it's
little
even
headway.
looking even better for me.
There you go.
So
Don't look good for you at all, bro.
So what? I mean,
Flyers
what?
are going to the playoffs.
What are you gonna do? How are we gonna get you on like the jumbotron down the link saying that Joey knows hockey better than you? That's
see, he doesn't.
See, that's another thing, man. Listen, if he's right, he's right. But I just think that the Flyers, it's 3-3 right now. The Flyers give up 3 goals a game. They score 3 goals a game. So Joey's going the 50-50 route. If they go 50-50 right now, they probably make the playoffs because it's basically Florida that's chasing them. Jersey's played too many games, right?
No,
Jersey has 1 less game played than the
Okay,
Flyers.
so how many points does Jersey have?
Jersey has 89, Flyers got 92.
Thank you. That's 3 points. One less game that they
Oh,
played
here we
than us.
go. So they automatically won that game that they haven't played yet.
Well, Florida lost already.
You two are like an old
So
married
now
couple.
that's a 6-point swing. I could go all day.
Okay, that's cool. But when they don't make the playoffs, then you'll be sitting here telling me.
The Flyers are making the playoffs. Bro.
Okay.
The only reason why they
They
ran
play
out of
Boston, by the way,
only
who's tearing it
reason
up.
why they ran out of gas against Colorado is because of the air up there.
Excuses are like what, Will?
Well, look. We'll
Excuses like what? I'm waiting, Joey.
You know the rest.
we'll
You
start
want me to say
we'll
it?
start winding down with that. We just wanted to reach out to everybody who's been listening tonight, and thank you all. I appreciate it. I know there's some GC guys down the shore listening to us right now. I know I got some of my buddies on the group text listening
Yeah,
to us right now.
sorry, Bob. I know you wanted to call in, man, but, you know, it is what it is, brother. Everything happens for a reason. Call on to the next show.
Absolutely. Please stay tuned and listen to the show. But yeah, on our way out, anybody out there who's interested in possibly being, partners with us, sponsoring the Pattison Ave Phanatics, you can Google us. You can reach us at PattisonAvePhanatics.com or pretty much any social media platform out there: Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, Tumblr. We're out there.
Miller Lite. I'm not biased. I'll take any beer on.
All right.
Well, he said still. I honestly thought he was talking about the stripper he saw last night, but that's neither here nor there.
You got it. Well, look,
Hey, Instagram, you can see strippers all you want.
we are the Pattison Ave Fanatics, and we're out of here, everybody. Thank you for tuning in tonight. We appreciate it, and we will see you 2 Fridays from now, or you'll hear us 2 Fridays from now, right back here on Wildfire Radio, 8:45 p.m. 2 Fridays from now.
We love you, Philly.
Later.
Good job, boys. Good job.